Hey guys, welcome back to the studio. This is almost like a part 2 of the one light that I did previously. This one, like I said in that one, this one is going to be a lot more involved. So this one light setup will be awesome for food photography and product photography. So if you're on a limited budget, have limited equipment, this video is for you. Let's get into it. Well, here we are in the studio. As I had said in the last video on the one light, that was a very simple setup, very easy to do. I wanted more of a challenge. So what did I do? I picked a subject like this to light with one light. This will be a bit more of a challenge. This will get us thinking outside the box. So how are we going to light this to make it look like that photo that I showed? We're going to break this down and I'm going to show you step by step. Now, there is 2 ways of doing this, 2 trains of thought with it. One is my light is over here. I take the photo, I move my light, put it over here and add in this light. Then I move the light to there, I move the light to there. So you can move the light around to create all the looks you need, get all the different photos, compile them all in Photoshop. That's one way to do it. But I wanted to make it more challenging and not move my light. So let me show you how I created that image. The same as if I move the light around. Let's kind of get into it. Let me show you my little setup that I got going on right now. So you can see we got our little setup there, Trico with some props in the back. I've got a big diffuser panel. Behind the diffuser panel, I've got a 36 by 24 softbox, and you can see it's on about a 45-degree angle to the diffusing panel here. That way I get double diffused and I get a soft light look. But that's it to the setup. Now, so based on this little setup, my light there, I'm using a studio strobe. You can use a constant light. You could use daylight, although that becomes challenging because daylight changes. Constant light, LEDs and stuff, or a studio strobe doesn't change. Much better to work with. Anyways, let's take a photo of what we've got right now. Hey, that looks pretty good. That's right out of camera. Now, on the side of the bottle, you can see that strip of light coming down the side. That's what I wanted, kind of top to bottom on it. I'm using the double diffusion. That way I create a very soft edge. It feathers itself out. The less diffusion I have, the sharper edge that gets. And to me, the more unprofessional it looks. It looks a lot more pleasing this way, and I don't have hot spots. But I still have a lot of issues with this. One, this is treacle. This is an English product, kind of a byproduct of sugar. Oh, treacle pudding, custard on. Love it. Anyways, it's quite a dark liquid. We need to get some light into this to make it glow, to make it appetizing. So if I set that there, how am I going to get that light to get into there? I've shown this in the past, and the one way we do it is we take a little card like this, and actually this is the exact same card I used. It's got a piece of tin foil on it, very shiny, and it's got a piece of sticky tack on the bottom, and it creates a little stand so that this will stand up like that behind the liquid. So my goal is to catch the light from there, have it hit this and bounce through the liquid to the lens. So I'm just going to set this back in here carefully. If it wants to stand, take a photo. Whew, look at the difference now. Look at the before and after. So you can see the difference that little reflector card makes by catching that light and bouncing it through. But I still have a bit of an issue. On the very bottom, because I'm on a dark surface, I'm really getting no light into that bottom, and I want to create it a little lighter. So if I take a little piece of paper, silver foil, anything shiny, work brilliantly. Take this, stand it underneath my bottle, put that there, take another photo. Now I got a bit of glow in the bottom. Look at it with and without the paper. That makes a big difference. So we're only using one light, but now we've actually got the effects from 3 light sources. One from there, one from our bounce card. The bounce card's also hitting the liquid, which is lighting the paper a bit. And because it's a lighter background, it's naturally reflecting through the liquid. So that is a far cry from our first shot. But we still have problems. We've got this side to deal with. Now, there's a few ways we can do it. Again, we're not moving the light. But if I take this big piece of foam core, you can see this thing's well used and abused. but I put some tape just so I could hinge it. And what I need to do is, and I've shown it in the past, stand this here, boom, take a photo. Now, it works great, but I have a bit of a problem. If I wrap this too much in behind, look at what happens when I take a photo. Look at the side of the bottle. See how I'm getting kind of a blown out flare on that left side? Because I'm getting too much fill. Funny enough, this is acting like a very strong light. So I'm getting too much fill. So I need to watch where this is on the back so I create that little bit of a line so that the foam core is on the inside and it creates that bit of an edge, so I maintain a nice sharp edge on the bottle like I have on the other side. So I maintain that constant look. So be careful that you don't blow that out. Now, I take this right up to the lens of the camera, because if I keep it back, I end up with a really weird looking kind of white on the front that doesn't line up right. So I basically took this like that and right to the lens, and I had my lens right here to take the photo. I don't have the camera here and taking photos because I found it much easier to do a tutorial this way, show you the setup, talk about it, already show you the photo that I've taken previous. But that's exactly what I did. This touches the camera. Now, I still have a bit of problem in the back. I need to get more light back there. So hang on. Forgot my other piece of foam core. So I need to get some more light on that background. Again, another light source. So this is going to come back here. I have to be very, very careful that if this foam core comes this way too much, it's going to show in the bottle. And I don't want that. So I need to stand the foam core at the back, kind of like this, to catch some of that light, to hit this, to bounce on the wall, to light the wall. I get more of an even tone. I then have this one here, like this. Look at all my light sources. My main light, fill light for the bottle on the side, fill light for the background. I then have the piece of tinfoil in the back, acting as a light, and a piece of paper in the bottom. So let's count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm using 5 lights to do this setup in actuality. But we were only using 1 light, and I didn't move it. That's what the challenge was. I could have moved the light over to here. I could have put the light in behind and photoshopped all this together. A lot of people don't have those Photoshop skills, or they don't have Photoshop, don't want to bother to learn. Here's how a way we can do it in camera. You guys got any questions or comments about this? Leave it in the links down below, and I will definitely get back to you on that. But that's all I did to create this final image. That's not Photoshopped. That is right out of the camera. I didn't do anything to it. I could enhance this and make it a lot better. And for actual finished photo, that's what I would do. But this is the basic setup to do this. 1 light, not moving. It's about learning to see light, manage light, control light. You need to be the light master. So that's it for this one. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you're aware when I post new awesome videos like this. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. So until the next time.